You know, my friends, when I started reacting on this channel, I did not know as much as I know right now about America. And then I'm falling in love with your country, as you guys are aware. And one of the first things you guys told me in the comments, specifically when I was reacting to military stuff, was freedom is not free, basically. And that had been on my mind for since that day, basically. And I think Memorial Day represents that well. It's a tremendous way to honor the people that fought for all of us. Today I'll be reacting to Scottish guy goes to America's Memorial Day holiday in Washington DC. This should be an interesting one, but before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much, my friend. This is the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration now. Link for the original video in my description, and well, let's play it.
In today's episode, I'm going to tell you all about my very first day in America. And it just so happened to be on Memorial Day, and I was at Arlington National Cemetery. And we had front row seats as the President of the United States made a speech.
Oh, okay.
Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Sean. I am a YouTube video maker from Edinburgh in Scotland, and as you guys will know if you've been on my channel for a while, I have been exploring the cultural connections between Scotland and the United States of America over the last while on my channel. It's something that I've really loved doing. I've been traveling to America quite a lot, but unfortunately because of the whole coronavirus thing, it's not been possible for quite a while now, and I really want to get back. But until that happens, while we're all kind of stuck at home and quarantining, I thought I would give a bit of an overview of my passion for America, how it started, why it started, and how I ended up going to the United States of America, and how my very first day in America was on Memorial Day. How did that happen? And how did
To be honest, that's crazy, right? The first day is actually on Memorial Day. It's actually a great, it's probably an amazing first day if you really think about, since you are actually getting into the culture a lot. Memorial Day, from what I understand, and like I said, is very important for you guys, and it should be, because I know a lot of people died for your beautiful country.
I get front row seats at Arlington National Cemetery as the President made a speech? I'm going to be sharing all of that with you. It is quite a crazy story. But something that absolutely changed my life for the better in many ways. And I'm really excited to tell you the story if you've not already seen it. But before I get into that, I just want to say thank you all for being here. It is great to speak to you as always. And if you're new, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below.
Already
and then
did.
You will be part of the family going forward. And one last thing, a lot of you guys will have been on my channel for a long time, and you'll be wondering about all my kind of travel videos, my videos about where I live and home and all that. Well, I set up another channel, a second channel, a while ago, where I'm going to be doing kind of more informal vlogs about my life in general, not connected to the main themes I talk about in my main channel. And if you'd be interested in seeing all that kind of stuff, my travels around the world and all that, make sure you check out my second channel, Adventure Everything. There is a link down below and on the side somewhere and up above. Subscribe to that as well. It'd be great to have you on both places if you're interested to follow that type of thing as well. Right, 2017. I was in London for a holiday, and I got I got a message on Twitter from the United States Embassy to the UK with the kind of blue
What, on Twitter? Oh, that's crazy.
tick mark. The official US Embassy's account sent me a message, and I was thinking, first of all, wait a minute, why is the US Embassy sending me a message? This is weird, right? They wanted to meet me, and we went for a coffee in a bar in Soho. And when I say they, it was the media relations team from the United States Embassy and one of the diplomats from the US Embassy as well. A really great experience. We talked about a lot of things, but mainly they had a very last minute trip opportunity to come up. They were bringing together a bunch of influencers, content creators, people who make videos like I make videos on YouTube. They brought together 10 people from around the UK, and they were going to be taking them on a tour of America, exploring American values, because they wanted to kind of show people from the UK a bit more of the American culture that probably you don't see on TV that much over here. A bit more of a kind of...
You know what I think? I'm already aware of this, more or less, of this story of Sean. I think if there is any random chance, I could get some type of program to explore America. Probably difficult, I know, but that would be a dream.
of learning opportunity. And that was the first time they'd ever done it in 2017. And actually, since I went on that trip, they have ran the same program year after year because it's been so successful. It is basically an exchange trip, right? Where they take people from here to America to learn more about different things. And it just so happened they gave me 2 weeks notice, and I was basically on my way to America for the first ever time in my life, and we were landing the day before Memorial Day 2017. I did look up a little bit at the schedule of what we were going to be doing, which was fascinating, and Memorial Day stuck out kind of the first day. I didn't really know much about it at the time, so we flew from Edinburgh to, first of all, New York, and then from New York down to Washington, where we were staying in a hotel there, very close to the city centre, really. But we didn't have much time to kind of get into it. It was already night by the time we got there, and the next day was Memorial Day. We had already been told we'd be up nice and early, and we would be going off to Arlington National Cemetery, a big important holiday in America. And I'm posting this video now on Sunday the... what day is it? Sunday the 24th of May, because tomorrow, Sunday the 25th of May, is Memorial Day in America 2020. Now, obviously, this year is going to be way scaled back because of the coronavirus and all that. Not
I might try to put this video also on Memorial Day, my friends.
going to be the same. So I thought...
because I believe it's fairly close to the day I'm recording.
I would make this video kind of recap.
And it would be a nice, very small, of course, but I think a nice tribute to all the people that died. I mean, not, this is a random European, I know, but I respect that people so much that actually I will try to upload this on the Memorial Day. I'm recording, today is 16, so a couple of 16 of my, but I may do that actually, my friends.
Capping my...
So if you are watching this on Memorial Day, this, I hope you have a fantastic day.
Experience my first time in America on Memorial Day for you guys. For a lot of you guys who have not seen that content before, who might be new to my channel, and also because a lot of you guys, it's a holiday and you might be staying home over the next few days. So hopefully you enjoy this kind of recap and some of my experiences on Memorial Day, because like I said to you, it truly changed my life. So we woke up on our first day. There was 10 of us, like I say, from the UK, all different parts. Northern Ireland, we had people from all over England and a couple from Scotland as well. Woke up nice and early, had our breakfast, and we were whisked off in the absolute soaring heat to Arlington National Cemetery.
So, going on the subway, Metro of DC. It's first for everything,
I didn't know what to expect other than the fact that we were told that Donald Trump, the President of the United States, who was making his first ever appearance at Arlington National Cemetery as a president, I think it was his first year elected, he was going to be making a speech and we would be there, basically. And let me just say now, this video is not about politics whatsoever. This is not about taking sides whatsoever. I am just telling you the experience that we had as British people put in that situation brought by the United States Embassy to the UK on a diplomatic mission. That is all. No politics. I'm just telling you what happened, right?
And this day is much bigger than the president. No matter if he's Biden, Trump, this is bigger than presidents, if you really think about it, right, my friends?
And I know there's going to be a lot of discussions and debate going on in the comment section, which I will not be getting involved in, believe you me. But anyway, it was a great opportunity for us to go to a place where there was going to be a lot of people from different walks of life, and also from very different parts of the United States, who all travel to Arlington National Cemetery every year for the Memorial Day celebrations.
We are at Arlington Cemetery, the world famous Arlington Cemetery here in Washington DC. Today is Memorial Day, and also the 100th anniversary of President Kennedy's birth. This is a really momentous day here in America in general, and it's really a privilege to be here today. It's so good to be here. Such a privilege.
What's Memorial Day? And I must admit, before arriving, I knew basically nothing whatsoever about Memorial Day, but essentially it's a day...
To be honest, the name tells itself. Is Memorial Day, the day you remember people that died, right?
When everyone in America comes together to celebrate, to remember all those who have fallen in service to the United States in a military capacity, all those who had died. And Arlington National Cemetery is a kind of main symbol of that. So we arrived there. There was obviously mass security for us to get through into the place. First of all, we had very strict instructions about what we should do when we got there. And that was my first impression, really, was, wow, look at the security. And then, wow, look at all the people here, everybody coming. And then we got into the graveyard, going on the kind of little train thing that took us through. and then just seeing all the neat little rows of white gravestone markers. It was really somber. One thing I must say, it surprised me, I saw a lot of bikers there, had big heavy leather jackets with all the badges.
So let me run that back because that's a powerful image, you know what I mean? Sorry.
Into the graveyard, going on the kind of little train thing that took us through, and then just seeing all the neat little rows of white gravestone markers. It was really somber.
You know, my friends, when I started reacting on this channel, I did not know as much as I know right now about America. And then I'm falling in love with your country, as you guys are aware. And one of the first things you guys told me in the comments, specifically when I was reacting to military stuff, was freedom does not come cheap, and freedom is not free, basically. And that had been on my mind since that day, basically. And I think Memorial Day represents that well. I love that you guys respect the people that died for your country so much. And from me, again, maximum respect. It's a tremendous way to honor the people that fought for all of us. Sorry for repeating myself on this, but for me this is very impactful, my friends.
One thing I must say, it surprised me, I saw a lot of bikers there, had big heavy leather jackets with all the badges on. I didn't expect to see that, but anyway.
What did you find?
We were supposed to actually go to an event earlier in the morning, which we didn't make it to, which was called Rolling Thunder, I believe, which is when all the bikers go past. We did miss that event, unfortunately, because of timing, right? And that's a great shame. I would have liked to have seen that. But I guess that's why there was quite a lot of bikers there. Anyway, we were on a schedule, right? We had a rose which we were going to be placing on a grave, but we were on a schedule because they were doing a laying of the wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier, which we wouldn't be able to get into because of all the people, but we also did have access to the main cenotaph, which is basically like an open-air arena, concrete arena, in the middle of Arlington National Cemetery.
Look at this.
Yeah, I'm a good director. Maybe I'm not so maybe I'm just like a producer in the background.
Look at all the flags. It's so beautiful.
Wow.
The only way I can describe it is it's like a mini kind of stadium, right? It was all steps so you can get in there, and then it had a stage where the band was playing, and I don't know how this happened, right? I don't know if the United States Embassy arranged this for us or not, but we had front row seats to the whole thing. We were the front row, and in front of us was the band, right? There was probably 3-4 layers of the band, and then the stage where all the kind of dignitaries would be speaking, and then they were all kind of lined up on the top as well. So they all started arriving in, people in the crowd behind us, and also, all the dignitaries, which were all basically politicians, and also there was families of those who had recently fallen, and then Donald Trump and the other politicians who were going to be speaking at the event. We got speaking to some people in the crowd. They were really kind of interested about why these British accent people were there in the front row, what we were doing there.
I must admit, I feel a little bit like an imposter here.
Yeah. Big time.
You sound like it.
Anyone watching this ever went to Washington, D.C. to basically, be a part of those celebrations? I'm not sure if celebrations is the correct word, but if so, leave me a comment, my friends.
I just am my favorite person in America.
What does it mean for you guys as Americans, the Memorial Day holiday?
So the Memorial Day is a day that you honor those who sacrificed all, that gave everything for our freedom.
Yeah.
It is truly an honor for us to be here.
Yeah,
today.
absolutely.
I mean,
We got involved and discussed with them, and it was really, really interesting. But, hearing all the speeches that
That lady actually explained it very well. What my English sometimes does not allow me, my friends.
are from the various different people, it was very moving, very powerful, because it's one. I think it's one event. If there is one such event in America that can kind of break through the politics and not talk about politics, talking more about something that is so momentous to every American, because let's face it, right? Of all the wars that's happened over the last 100 years, from the Great World War to Vietnam and then more recently Iraq, all that kind of stuff, right? There are not that many families in any country, let alone the UK, but America certainly, that have not been touched by those wars, right?
This is
It's
so
one of the
true.
few occasions where politics are not involved. It's talking about memorial for those.
And this was another thing that I ended up realizing over time with my reactions. That's why when I even started reacting to military stuff, I was like, I still crack a couple of jokes, but then I started I had a lot of that commenting my videos, people that had families, families better saying that have kids. Does not matter, but they have families still on the military, and I started realizing, okay, this is a bit different than my country, because here is actually coming to, or at least if they had someone that fought for the country, is like 2 or 3 generations ago. You know what I mean? But in America, it's quite different. So we have. When I say we, saying me, I have to respect that, and I do.
Who served for America for freedom, essentially, and died.
I love this. So those are vets. By the way, my friends, if any vets are watching my channel right now, feel free to leave me a comment. It would make my day.
We had about an hour after the event. We went outside the cenotaph, and there was a lot of other people hanging around, and I thought, you know what, it'd be a good opportunity. It'd be a shame to leave here if we didn't start speaking to people. So I wanted to grab a few people that we saw, some friendly looking people, and maybe ask them some questions and get speaking to them.
We've come from the UK to experience America. Thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
You came over for just this?
Well, we've got a few days here, so we're exploring around, but
They're from the UK to experience.
You take more of a Scottish or Irish.
I'm from Scotland, yeah. I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland.
Oh, so friendly, those ladies.
Oh, you should go, definitely.
That is absolutely wonderful. Where have you been? Is this your first?
We arrived yesterday, so this
You
just arrived, yeah.
What an experience! If you just
Yeah.
have and it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm so glad that you've got here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
No, thank
to
you,
America.
Yeah. Afterward,
Oh, come on. Oh, man. I don't know. For me, that means a lot, that you guys are so friendly.
really,
Because seeing that is basically what I see every day on my comment section, People are amazing.
really loved that experience. We had a great conversation with a bunch of people there who could not be more friendly. We were obviously a mixed group from various different parts of the UK, but they were very, very welcoming of us and wanted to know why we were there. And then he started, telling us a little bit more about Memorial Day, and it was a really, really nice experience. I really loved talking to them about different things.
Be safe.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. Really nice to meet you, sir.
Going there to Arlington National Cemetery on such an important occasion, and all there for one reason, to kind of honor the dead, the war dead, people who have served for America. Because, for us, being from the UK, something that's very important. We are allies, right? America and the United Kingdom, Scotland, we're allies, and we fight together and we die together. So
That sound of cicadas is surreal. It's like a jungle in here.
it was, though, extraordinarily hot, and I was not expecting that. My
Really?
first ever day in the United States of America, and the temperatures were absolutely insane. This was May. I went there thinking, it's going to be a bit warmer, getting warmer, closer
In
to
May, my friends, but May is still, is it really that hot in May? Okay.
summer. No, it was tropical in Washington, D.C. Anyway, we went back into the city, got ourselves something to eat, and then we had something really important to do. We had to go to see the White House.
Oh, what an experience.
Police here are really badass. Look at the cars they drive.
Holy, okay. That's badass, I agree.
See, this is the Washington that I really recognise from TV and stuff. Big avenues. Let's see a big canyon there. Big buildings on either side. like House of Cards type of stuff. Look at that. Bank of America. Nice building.
It's beautiful, actually.
We are on our way, actually, right now, as a group, walking to the White House. Amazing. Can't believe we're going to the White House.
Guys ready to keep moving?
Yeah.
This is okay. This is iconic. I mean, there is no way anyone will disagree with that.
Shall we keep walking?
Can't believe that. We're here at the White House. We are literally at the White House.
Scotsmen take over the White House, people.
Yeah.
Or as we say in Scotland, it's the White House.
The White House. We're at the White. We're at the White House.
Where's the White House?
Someone take a picture of me at the White House and send it to me.
For the White House, it's the White House.
The White House.
There's a squirrel in the White House, look. Fortunately, can't get any further closer than this barrier, but
The amount of security, my friends, can you imagine?
that there is the White House. How cool is that?
We didn't have enough time to kind of really book like a tour or anything like that, but just to go there in front of the White House and see it face to face was something that I really hugely valued doing. And I'm really, really grateful that we had the opportunity to do it. It was a great experience to be there.
I believe it. I mean,
we took lots of photos and videos. We talked to the kind of security in the front and all that kind of stuff. But it's just such like an iconic location that we needed to be there. I can say we just had a really good time walking around Washington DC city center. But we had seen a lot in that first day. Our first day in America, we had just arrived, all jet lagged, and were exhausted. So we all retired pretty early that night and crashed out. But
you know, my friends, I would love to visit Washington, D.C. It's not on my priority, being honest. I would love to go Texas, New York, maybe, I'm not sure, between California, Louisiana. I still have to think about the trip that probably will be next year, since my kid is still so young. But, I don't know, Washington DC is something that I also have to think about, because there is so many important things there that would be an amazing experience.
it did leave me with
The thing with this is about time and money, of course. A bit of both, because, okay, it's expensive. I mean, you guys know, probably if you live in America, you know a lot of the daily life in America right now is expensive. Traveling, renting. You guys are aware. I don't need to go into this. But also the time, you know, I cannot go for 1 month, for example. I have to do everything in 15 days, and it's difficult.
a lot of kind of thought.
Of course, I plan to do multiple trips, by the way.
About Memorial Day and my first experience in America, and just really the kind of warmth and friendliness with which we were greeted
an
by
amazing
the people
video,
that we
my
met
friends.
there. That is the one thing that really stood out to me and made me think, you know, I feel, you know, this is a great experience. I'm really I feel honoured that I was invited on this trip.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you
what
should.
else is in store? And it was such an amazing trip thereafter.
should.
We had so many great experiences, and that was just one of them. Our first day happened to be on Memorial Day, which, by the way, apparently was at one time called Decoration Day after the battles of independence, to celebrate the
really?
decorating of soldiers who fought in those wars. And then
I had
it
no
didn't
idea
sound right
about
or something,
this,
so it was changed anyway. Interesting nonetheless. A great first experience in America, my first day, and that is really how my kind of love affair with America, how I got started in this whole thing, and why I do a lot of content on America was that first day in America, my first day at Memorial Day, and then all the other experiences we had on that week. Gratefully received. We saw so many different cities that were amazing, so met so many great people, learned a lot about American culture, and that is what got me hooked. And I've been, as you know, guys know, if you've been watching my channel, that's what have got me coming back year after year again, to learn more, to experience more, because it's such a huge country, such a diverse country, and there are so many links between Scotland, my country, and America that I need to learn and explore more, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing on this channel. So hurry up, coronavirus, and bugger off. I want to go back to America. I want to explore more. I want
You can now.
to see more. I want to meet
Spoiler.
more of you guys. I want to come and see all your cities and towns and wherever it is you live, different states around the country. I want to come explore, and hopefully this happens really soon. And I just want to say as well, happy Memorial Day, however you are celebrating. If you're having a quiet one at home, if you're having a party, if you're having a meal with your family, if you can, safely. I don't know what all the regulations are in different states, but whatever you're doing, have a great day off, have a great Memorial Day.
Wish
I
you
would
guys
love
the
to
same.
know more about how you are celebrating down in the comments below. Guys, I want to end this video It's Memorial Day and it is a somber occasion. It's a holiday and you guys will be celebrating, but we are honouring and remembering people who fell. And I also want to take a quick second to honour and remember somebody who you might have seen in this video who was there with me on this experience. A girl called Lyra McKee, who was a journalist from Northern Ireland in Belfast. She was on that trip with us and you would have seen her throughout the video. I'm not sure if you would have followed the news on this, but Lyra was tragically murdered last year in the city of Derry in Northern Ireland. There were some disturbances in Derry and she, as a journalist, went to investigate what was going on along with, maybe 100 other people, and unfortunately she was in the wrong place in the wrong time.
So sad.
And was shot basically and died. And I know she was a great friend of mine and I met her on that trip and really came together and got close with her. And I just want to take a second to remember Lyra because,
Sorry, Sean.
it was that day that I met her and got to know her, and it's just so sad and tragic that she's not here anymore. But a bit of an update on that, because you would have seen the videos I've talked about her before. I'm taking part in a documentary where they are looking back at the year since she was murdered, and that is going to be out on TV at some point this year. I don't know exactly when. I don't know if it's going to be finalised yet or whatever. But talking about the experience of meeting Lyra and what she meant to me and how she is no longer with us. So that is going to come. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been really interesting to kind of share this experience with you. My first day in America on Memorial Day. I've just freestyled because this was such a great day to kind of really get into what America is and learn more, start learning more. And I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below, please. Any thoughts about my first experience in America? I would love to hear them. And you can also drop me.
My friends, I know he's asking this for his YouTube channel, and feel free to give him some love. But I would also love to know your perspective about all of this. Why? I mean, if you have any specific memories for this day, I don't know, any type of comment about this that can bring some light to me about the importance of the day would be very welcome.
My line on social media, because I am on all the platforms as well. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the rest of it. Guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been great to speak to you. Until the next episode, have a good night, morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time of day it is wherever you are in the world. Take care.
Okay. Thank you so much, my friends. This was amazing. I really like this type of videos. They're a bit more relaxed, and for me, from time to time, I enjoy to watch them. It was a bit more serious, you guys know. Most of my videos, I'm always telling bad jokes. I know that. But some days are a bit different, and I think today is a day to not tell jokes, but to remember the people that fought for... I know I'm not American, but I think fought for all of us. And they fought. So, see you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends.